Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This is a Q&A and it is on licensed fabric pads versus like company pads. Kind of that, and the fact that the shape pad designs are generic in shape, style, and are usually backed in girly kind of flowery designs when they're company pads. So welcome back. This Q&A is on kind of professional or company cloth pads over WAM or single owner sewing Etsy shops. Not over, just a comparison essentially. That sounded bad and I didn't mean it to sound that way, being that most of the pads I use are from WAM, small business owners from Etsy. So the fact that the shapes from companies such as Hannah Pads and Juju Pads replicate single-use plastic pads, and their fabric is non-licensed fabric. So the samples, obviously, that I have here is a Hannah Pad, obviously with this flowery pattern on the back. As you can see, this is organic cotton, and it's kind of in this off-white colour due to the fact that it is organic cotton. But as you can see, it does have this very traditional shape on it, and the bigger that they get, you can check out their website, which I will link below, and they'll show you the sizing of their pads. These kind of shapes go out as they get bigger, so your thickness really sits at the center of the pad, and also Hannah Pads get bigger at the back. So this kind of shape here stays relatively the same, and this bit here grows bigger. Although if you were a front bleeder, you could say turn it around and wear it the other way, so it could work either way for you. And it also has these sewing in. Sorry, my lighting's really bad at the moment. The house is in renovations. This is the best I can do at the moment until I get my lighting reset up. So if you notice, it has this type of edged in section along the side of Hannah Pads, and Juju Pads are very similar to that in they have this around the outside. They also have these cam saps, which are pretty unusual. I also have these Chinese cheapies, which are very generic in style and shape. You would have probably seen these patterns elsewhere. These pads are sold on places like eBay and Amazon particularly. I have not seen them sold on Etsy yet, because Etsy tends to have people who make their pads themselves sold. These are made in factories across China. These fabrics can also, if you buy them wholesale, you can buy these wholesale. These are pretty cheap. These cost about $1.80, $1.90 to get delivered to Australia, and as an all-inclusive price. This backing is allegedly PUL, like this PUL synthetic backing. This is allegedly meant to be bamboo, but it is mainly polyester with a minimal amount of bamboo in it. If you notice 100% bamboo pads on Etsy, they are certainly not $1.97 delivered. These types of manufactured pads here, you will see that these will also be rebranded. You could actually go and buy these wholesale and get your company name branded on them. And there are certainly companies that do this, like Precious Star Pads, Charlie Bananas, and or Little Monsters. However, as mentioned before, this stylized version of Hannah Pads is similar to companies such as Juju Pads and Schoon Organic Reusables. Juju and Schoon also sell menstrual cups, and These Hannah pads, as previously mentioned, have organic cotton lining for this part that sits against your vulva. This is unbleached, and it's why that it's this off white colour is because it is an unbleached cotton. Juju pads are also unbleached cotton. I don't actually have an example of Juju pads because I haven't purchased any, because obviously I have enough probably pads at the moment. Not that that's ever stopped me from purchasing them before. Although, having said that, Juju's menstrual cup range is pretty impressive. They do have one of the most diverse ranges of cups that I've seen. They come in very short ranges and very long ranges because they have such a high cervix. I have actually been considering getting their high cervix menstrual cup. They also have a very low cervix menstrual cup. Probably similar in short style as to the Femicycle, if you're familiar with that. They don't actually look the same, but the Juju cup is actually quite short for their low cervix, and they also have the extremely high cervix one, which I have been considering checking out. So I will link both Hannah pads, Skoon pads, and I'll also link Juju pads down below. So if you've been having issues finding a cup if you are really high or really low cervix, check out the Juju cup website. So Skoon pads are also, like Juju and Hannah pads, certified organic cotton. However, Skoon pads are a little bit different in the fact that they have a snap-on and a rick-rack securing band on them. Instead of, these are all-in-ones. So Skoon come with like another band like this, which you then put a band over here and kind of use a cam snap here to snap the top bit in place, and so it's a base and liner pad. The other base and liner company that is quite popular is Luna Pads. They also have all-in-ones, but they do have a massive line of liner and base pads. I don't have any base and liner pads because if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see some of the pictures that I post of my post wearing all my soil pads and after I clean them, and you will notice that quite often I tend to bleed off these corners here and around onto this bit here. So the kind of idea with base and liner pads is that once this liner is soiled, I can snap this out, wrap it up and put it in a wet bag, and then I can take out another liner and snap another liner on. But I can't imagine that this, where they have the band here, will be clean, and because I have a tendency to go off onto the wings, I can't imagine that this will be clean for me. So I don't imagine that would work for me, because I would want to replace the entire thing to maintain hygiene and not just the liner. Sorry, my phone was just making weird flashy noises, but nothing actually is happening. This is tea. Yes, I'm drinking tea with a straw, but it is licorice tea. And it's like lukewarm, so I don't use, I use free loose leaf tea, so it doesn't actually taste yucky when it cools down. Okay. So where was I? So with Juju Hannah pads and Skoon pads, they all come with not necessarily not similar in this pattern, but they all come with a backing pattern of flowers, and they all are very floral themed. So there is also other bigger companies, Luna Pads, Domino Pads and Tree Hugger Pads, and they all come with the same style of marketing: organic, unbleached and floral backing design. Hannah Pads, Juju and Skoon all have this enclosed edging and a singular colour absorption layer. So Skoon, Hannah Pads and Juju Pads all have this organic layer that faces your vulva, and has this organic cotton that actually faces your underwear. Lunar pads are based on liner pads, as I mentioned before, and they do have the all-in-one Proforma line. Domino pads are black base pads with single colour absorbency toppers. So the Domino pads come with a black base, and their all-in-one liner tends to be a colour. Tree hugger pads have floral patterns on them as well. The common theme with all of these companies is the floral pattern and consistent product design and shape. You will find this consistent shape, not consistent shape with each other, but consistent shape in their design. As I said, all of Hannah pads tend to come looking like this. This just grows out the back the further and further you get along. If you check out their website below, you'll see what I mean. It's the same as these Chinese cheapies. They do tend to be this rounded shape, or they come in a square shape at the bottom. So it will be in these two shapes, and no matter what the size, whether they are the small liner size, this medium size, or the larger, longer size, will come with either this rounded shape like these two, or the squarer shape at the end. Consistent products are of course appropriate for branding and marketing. It also provides a consistent purchasing guarantee when you actually get this product. So often with wear makers, you will get this type of licensed fabric. So I'll just move these three out the road so we can see them a bit easier. So this is obviously a Winnie the Pooh design. This is from Erin Sweet Sew. She is on Etsy. This is a Disney design. This is the Disney key with an apple. This is from the Evil Queen, if those of you don't know. This is from Daisy and Bird. And this is another one from Erin Sweet Sew. This is an Adventure Time Pad. So these are examples of licensed fabric, and if you see a lot of my what I wore this month videos, you will see that I have a lot of licensed pads. Licensed fabric means that the manufacturer of the fabric has been licensed to make and distribute this fabric. However, this license is not relevant to the buyer of the said fabric, nor to the fabric that they make, nor to the product that they make and sell with that fabric. There is no license required for the use of the fabric. As in, while these products here that you can see are not officially licensed products, they are not illegal either. There is So this fabric, as I said, is not an official licensed product, but it is simply made from the licensed fabric. But the manufacturer is licensed to produce this. The license is not required for any of these makers to then use and sell a product from this licensed fabric. Essentially, any fabric, any licensed fabric that adds, so any manufacturer that adds a statement at point of sale restricting the use of the fabric is literally legally unenforceable. Although Disney has had a fairly good crack at things. Once a copyright holder releases material for public use, they have essentially exhausted the exclusive statutory control with the modification and distribution of said licensed product. WAMs can create and sew pads from licensed fabric as long as they don't misrepresent the cloth pad as a licensed product in and of itself. However, for larger companies such as Hannah Pad, Juju Pads, Glide Rags, and Luna Pads and Scoon, the increasing promotion of larger brands, market share, and awareness of switching to non-toxic and reusable items gives a consistent product picture without the attachment of a licensed fabric. In spite of the flowery and feminine designs, it means that you are able to quickly identify their product and easily see their marketable brand. As you can see, while I personally prefer these types of pattern pads, it is actually all of these types of pads and henna pads come with your personal preferences. As you can also see, you can also get certain fabrics like these ones. This is a generic pattern print. This is hand dyed organic bamboo velour, as is this. So both of these products are hand dyed by the makers. This one by Venus Pads and this one by Kitty Cat Cloth. So both of these products are not using licensed product like these ones, but they're also not like henna pads or juju pads in the sense that they have their own unique style and presentation to them. Just like these are from Tala Cloth. These, much like this one here, this hedgehog print from Venus Pads, they are much like generic print shops from your local fabric shop. So they are the variety of options that you can have. Hopefully this will help you all out, but there's actually nothing illegal about what pad makers are doing with sewing and selling cloth pads that come from licensed fabric. Please enjoy your morning, afternoon and evening, depending on where you are in the day. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.